This roulette system was rated a double grapefruit by the CEG dealer school, and this system especially uses something called a spectrum progression, and this betting system could be your ticket to winning hundreds of dollars. Let's check out Stop the Cap together today on JackAce. What up, Dockies? JackAce here with JackAce.com, and I have another roulette system to demonstrate for you. This one is called Stop the Cap, and it was rated a double grapefruit by the CEG dealer school. And this system uses something special called a spectrum progression, and I'm going to show you how that works in just a minute. The buy-in for the system is $600, and the starting bet is $100. That means you start with 6 bullets. This system is a positive progression. It's something I called a spectrum progression. That means depending on what you win on that first spin, you're going to bet a different amount on the second spin. For this system, for the first tier, you're going to bet $25 on 2 double streets and $25 each on 2 corners that overlap with each other. Depending on what you hit, you're going to win either $50, $125, or $350 on that first spin. So we're going to bet the first tier, $25 on 2 double streets, $25 each on 2 corners, and let's get started with spin number 1. We are starting with a starting balance of $7.7 million, and we are playing this on a 00 wheel. 25, that's a $50 win. And we go to step 2. After winning that first tier bet, you're going to bet your unit amount on 10 numbers. The system author suggests betting on the 5, the 11, the 13, 17, 19, 23, 26, 28, 29, and 32. We are going to bet these 10 numbers one time. After that, we're going to bet the first 6 numbers and then the first corner bet. 6 units on the double street, 4 units on the corner. 4, that's a whack. We lose $50, and we start over at square one. The expected loss per spin for the system for that tier 1 bet is going to be $2.70 on the single 0 wheel, $5.26 on a 00 wheel. So 17, that's one of our 2 bingos. We win $350, and we progress to step 4. That's the highest level of the spectrum. So for this level, we aren't going to bet out 10 numbers. We're going to bet on a 6-number double street and a 4-number corner bet, putting $150 on the 6-number bet, $100 on the 4-number bet. 13, that's a whack. So we lose $250 there, and we're going to go back to step 1, the $100 bet.
No more bets.
31, that's a whack. So we lose 100. We are currently even. We pocketed 100 when we won that 350. When do you walk with this system? The author was a little bit unclear with when you walk with the system, but we're going to try to walk when we're up $600. So 11, that's a $50 win. And we go to step 2, level 2, that's the $50 bet. So for this second bet, we're just going to bet our winnings spread across 10 numbers. $30.20. For that first tier bet, you have 48.6% coverage on a single 0 wheel and 47.4% coverage on a 00 wheel. 6, that's a $130 win. So no matter what happens on that second bet, you just go back to that first bet, $100.
No more bets.
12, that's another $50 win. We are currently up $230, and we're going to go to step 2 again. If you enjoyed discussing gambling systems, please join my Discord. It's a pretty active community of people discussing gambling systems. We have hundreds of people discussing gambling systems, and it's a good way to discuss gambling systems directly with me. So 28, that's a whack. Minus 50, we are still up 180.
No more bets.
0, that's another whack. We stay at this level, level 1. Make the same bet again.
No more bets.
25, another $50 win. Go to bet 50 here. 30 on the double street, 20 on the corner. That's an average of $5 on each number. 15, that's a whack. So we go back to square one, tier 1.
No more bets.
11, 15 again, that's another $50 win.
No more
and we go to
bets.
tier 2, $50 bet. 11, that's a $130 win. Win or lose on this second bet, we're going to reset to the first bet, $100. What are the pros to the system? You're going to see as I run this through my simulator, it does actually win a large amount, a pretty good percentage of the time. We're going to try to win 3 different goals. We're going to try to win 350. We're going to try to double our money by winning 600. And we're also going to try to achieve a $1,000 win. So the pros for the system is that you can actually win that $1,000 a pretty good percentage of the time. 1, that's a whack, minus 100. We're still up 160.
No more bets.
5, another whack, minus 100, still up 60.
No more bets.
8, another whack. We are now on the hole 40.
No more bets.
21, that's a $125 win, currently up 85. When you win the 125 bet, you're going to make a $100 bet, $10 each on 10 numbers. We're going to bet 60 on the first double street and $40 on a corner. 22, that's a whack, and we go back to step 1. If you want to submit your own roulette system for me to review, use this Google form. If you want me to fast track the review of your roulette system, join my Patreon. Patreon members are going to get access to exclusive content pretty soon. It's also a very good way to just support the channel. 24, that's a $50 win. I'm going to bet 30 and 20.
No more bets.
36 whack, minus 50. We're currently down $15.
No more bets.
5, that's a whack, minus 100.
No more bets.
6 whack. Currently down $215.
No more bets.
29, another whack. We are down $315. What are the cons for this system? The spectrum betting aspect of it is a little bit novel. It's something you have to get used to. If you've played triple entry max climax before, it's very similar. With that system, you have 3 different possibilities after your first bet. And then depending on what that wins, you bet that amount for the second bet. 34, that's a whack. We are down $415. We are down to our last bullet.
No more bets.
19, that's a mini win. We win 125. We do pocket 25, and now we bet 100. We're going to bet 60 and 40 on the double street and on a corner. If you want to see other roulette systems, check out my site, JackAce.com. There I have a catalog of over 500 roulette systems. You can sort them by buying them out by average bet size and by my rating. I also have a tool called the Roulette Bet Analyzer. There you can enter your roulette bets. It'll show you how much you're going to win for every result, what your expected loss per spin is, what your expected comp value per spin is, and what percentage coverage of the wheel you have. 28, that's a whack. We are currently down 390, so we do have one more bullet. We're going to bet 100 again. 25, 25, 25, 25. 13, we win $50. And we're going to bet 50, 20, and $30. 23, that's a whack. We still have 2 bullets. Other cons for this system, I don't like betting 10 random numbers. I'd rather they all be grouped together. And in fact, I wouldn't bet on 10 numbers at all. If I could change the system myself, I'd probably just put it all on a dozen. So $50 on a dozen, $100 on a dozen, $250 on a dozen. That would make this system a lot simpler to me. 18, we win 125. We are only down 265 right now. I'm going to bet 100 here.
No more bets.
21 whack, looking for low numbers. We're down 365. We have 2 bullets left. If you want to scale the system down, you can divide by 5. If you want to play on something like an electronic table game, ETG, that would put your buy-in at $120. 29 whack. We're down 465, down to our last bullet.
No more bets.
26, that's a small win, $50. betting 30 and 20. You can also scale it up, double the stakes if you want. You could even scale the system up by a factor of 5. That would put your buy-in at $3,000. 16, whack. Back to tier 1.
No more bets.
$26, small win, $50. And we're going to bet that 50.
No more bets.
$11, we win $130. That gives us an extra bullet. We actually have 3 bullets right now. I also have a new merch store where I sell a ton of gambling merch, branded merch, roulette merch, craps merch,
No more bets.
crypto and video game merch. So please check it out. I'm sure there's something that's perfect for you or that gambler in your family. 33, whack.
No more bets.
Another whack, minus 100. We are down to our last bullet.
No
We're
more
down
bets.
485. So 3, that's a whack. We are down 585. We got clapped, but let's check out Stop the Cap in the JackAce Roulette Simulator.
What up, donkeys? We are testing Stop the Cap in the JackAce Roulette Simulator. We're going to be starting with a starting balance of $600, and we're going to try to take that bankroll to $950, to $1,200, and to $1,600. That's a 58%, 100%, and 167% increase. Trying to get to 950 on a single zero wheel, we were successful 48.7, double zero 46%, and triple zero 41.4%. Not a lot of drop off on those attempts. Trying to double our bankroll, trying to hit 1200, we were successful 36.1, 32.5, and 28.0% on single, double, and triple zero. Now trying to increase our bankroll by $1,000, we are successful 27.4% of the time, 23.4%, and 20.7% of the time on triple zero. Those are pretty good odds. So around 20 to 25%, depending on the type of wheel that you're using, you're able to increase your bankroll by $1,000 or 167%. Those are pretty good numbers, so I think that's going to affect this rating positively.
So that is how Stop the Cap performed in the JackAce Simulator. What do you think of it so far? What are your opinions on spectrum betting as I described it? As for my rating, let's start with betting simplicity. I gave this a 3 out of 5. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5 if you made the tier 2, 3, and 4 bets a lot easier. You can bet on a double street and a corner, or you can just bet on a dozen. Progression simplicity, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. You're basically making 2 bets, but the unit size for the second bet just depends on what you win on the first bet. For chip uniformity, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. You mostly have to use just 2 different units, which is kind of annoying. In this case, we have to mix nickels and quarters, or you could just bet a ton of nickels. To me, that's kind of annoying if you're playing at a live table. Jackpot potential, I actually gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Because you have the ability to double your bankroll with a pretty high probability, and also you have a high probability of winning 1,000 in this case. Scalability, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I don't think it's very scalable. You can scale it down by 5 if you want to play it by an ETG. It doesn't scale up very well. Comp value, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. You are starting with a $100 bet, but you do have to dip to a $50 bet, which could penalize you when the pit boss notices that you're dropping your bet like that. So overall, I gave Stop the Cap 4 out of 5 stars. That is in comparison with CEG's Double Grapefruit. I think it's a good system. I would simplify it a little bit. If you simplified the bets a little bit more, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars. So what do you think of Stop the Cap? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly. Never play 000 roulette. And peace out, donkeys.